I was doing the mainstay build. Because I've got to build all the brackets and everything before I can start building fairings, so that I know what I'm going to mount fairings to and yada yada yada. But I've begun to think about how I went through the process of getting into motorcycles, and I realized that I feel like I've retained and learned more things about bikes due to the fact that the first bike that I ever had was not exactly a perfectly functioning motorcycle. And when I say that my first bike was shitty, meaning it was, it needed a lot of maintenance. There was a lot of stuff that I had to change on it, amongst doing all the Street Fighter stuff. And I don't know, I think that's something that some people don't take into account when they look to get into motorcycles. They just want something that they can walk out their front door and push a button and go. And one of the big things that I learned the most about is being able to diagnose problems on the fly. Like if I was out and about somewhere and suddenly it wouldn't start, or my headlight wouldn't come on, it was almost like I had a checklist of things that I needed to go through to figure out what was going on with the bike. And I feel like if I had a new bike, I wouldn't have developed that skill set. I would love to argue the point that I think that everyone getting into motorcycles should get a shitty bike first. There's a bunch of different reasons. It's not just, for learning how to maintain them, but that's definitely one of the big ones, because a needy bike is going to need a lot more maintenance than something like Relina. Relina, yeah, my gloves are just destroyed. It's ridiculous. They just started falling apart recently. Relina doesn't need anything crazy. I do oil changes, I put gas in her, I check my coolant fluids. That's it. With Ruth, Tessa not as much, but with Ruth, for the first year that I owned her, I had the engine case that was leaking oil, and I had to constantly stay up on that. I had to make sure that everything was still functioning properly, and it's kind of a pain in the ass, but it taught me a lot. It taught me to baby what I had, because I was afraid that if I didn't, I would destroy it. And regardless of all the babying I did, it got destroyed anyways, but that's a long story. You guys can go back to the channel and find that vlog. But there's also the argument that when you buy your first bike, everyone tells you, don't buy something brand new, get something used, because you're going to drop it. You are going to drop your motorcycle. There is no doubt about it. I think I dropped Ruth 3 times within the first month or so of owning her, and twice it was on my parents' gravel driveway. And that sucks, because you get to that point where it's like the tipping point where you're just like, oh well, I'm not saving this, so alright, here we go. But I hate seeing people get new bikes and then a week later, 2 weeks later, they dropped it in a parking lot because they forgot to put their kickstand down. Fuck. That's brutal. And especially with modern bikes now, especially with sport bikes, you've got fairings that, the manufacturers don't create any kind of outer protection. So if you drop it, if it falls over, it's going to do damage. It's going to break something or put gouges or scratches in your fairings. So, and even with cruisers and stuff, exhausts are one of the big things that get hit first when one of those things goes down. And let me tell you, the number of people that I have met that get upset about scratching their exhaust pipes is astronomical. There's a lot of other different reasons other than just those two, but those are the two that really stick out in my head. I loved my shitty bike so much, I put another fucking motor in it. And that's the kind of, you have to respect your machine. If you treat it like shit, it'll treat you like shit, and that's not good if you're you know, doing hooligan shit with it. I never grew up working on cars or doing anything like that, anything mechanical, so it was all from the moment that I bought Ruth. I got into that stuff because A, I was too cheap to go take it to a shop, and B, like, I can figure this shit out. It's not rocket science. And ironically enough, with the internet nowadays, it's almost easier and less time intensive to get on the internet, buy the tool you need, watch a video, do the service, than it is to drop it off at your local dealership or whatever and wait 2 weeks to get it back. When I did Tessa's valve job, oh, this is where I'm going. I completely forgot where I was going. Time to get a haircut. If they're even open. Are they open? Yeah, you're open. Holy shit, there's a bunch of people here. Damn. Well, it looks like I'm gonna go find another one. Not gonna wait that long for a haircut, sorry. Oh, yeah. Let's go this way. Topic. Oh, service. When I did the valve job for Tessa, I waited, I don't know, maybe 2 days for the part to come in from Amazon or eBay, wherever it was, and all it was just a little shim bucket tool that compresses it so that I can do the job. I went to the local dealership and picked up shims, which was super easy. And, you know, my total cost was 2 hours of my time to do the service, and then, you know, like $60. Whatever it was to do the, you know, have the tool and put the shims in. Moral of the story is owning a shitty motorcycle or a motor. I shouldn't even say shitty because that's kind of degrading. But owning a motorcycle, owning a needy motorcycle, especially an older one, is beneficial to your beginnings of motorcycling. 100%. Now, I'm not saying don't go out and buy a brand new bike. I mean, obviously I did, but it's easier. Like, the other day when I was doing the mainstay stuff, I ended up hooking up my headlights wrong somehow, and the drivers for the LEDs didn't work anymore, and they kept popping fuses. So, you know, I troubleshooted the entire problem because I originally thought it was something wrong with the bike, and it wasn't, which was awesome. It ended up being something that was on my end, and I figured it out because I've been down this road before. So, oh, there's another haircut place. Yeah, let's see if you're any better. In search for a haircut. Oh, you made me fucking stall my bike. Fucking cunt. Supercuts. I don't know if I've ever been to a Supercuts before. That's the fucking General Lee. Or a General Lee copy. That's funny shit. Admiral Akbar? That's fucking amazing. I'm okay with this. Holy shit. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys owning a shitty motorcycle has ever helped you. Later, dudes.